It's none of your business.
But you've been away for like 3 days, and I haven't fallen or anything. I'm ready to be worried.
I told you, it's none of your business.
Can we just talk about this?
What is there to talk about? I've been volunteering at the homeless shelter.
For 3 days?
It's Thanksgiving. There are a lot of people.
Well, I mean, I was at dinner, Thanksgiving dinner, and your parents were there, and your grandparents, and I didn't know what to tell them.
Well, I'm sure you figured something out. Even when I tell you the truth, you never trust me anyway.
I'm sorry, I want to trust you. It's just hard. I'm sorry.
You are sorry. Your insecurity is not my problem.
I didn't say it was your problem.
Well, but you were thinking it, weren't you?
Don't tell me what I was thinking.
I'm so sick of you talking back to me. You know what? I'm sick of you.
I just want you to love me.
I don't want to love you. I want you to get out. I said get out.
That was me, 18 years ago. And sadly, that's a large portion of women in the world today. I was 23 years old. I was married to a man who abused me, abandoned me, and eventually divorced me. Even though I'd grown up in a Christian home and I received Jesus from a very young age, there was such a root of rejection. I was filled with fear and filled with insecurity. I didn't know who I was, and so I was looking everywhere for approval. And I looked to men for approval and for acceptance and just to be loved. And I would do whatever it took to have a boyfriend because I found value in being a girlfriend or being a wife. And I believed the lie that I wasn't complete without a man. And so I was in a string of relationships, one abusive one after another, eventually married to an abusive man, and it led to destruction. Destruction of my heart, self-hatred, and almost destruction of my entire life. But it was at that moment of the most broken place of my life that I found Jesus in a real way. And he came to me when I had nowhere to live because I'd been kicked out on the street. And God gave me a place to live. And when I had no job, God gave me a job. And when I had no husband to love me and take care of me, he became my husband. And he loved me just the way I was. And he began to speak truth over me and healing over me because I had so much pain and so much shame from what I had been through and so much loneliness because nobody saw what happened. Nobody heard what was said to me, but God began to say, I saw, I heard, I know. And I'm going to do a dance today. It's called You Know Me. And it's based on Psalm 139. That says, you've searched me and you know me. You know when I sit and when I rise. You know when I come and when I go. You know all of my days before there was ever one of them. And I'm going to dance with these silks that I painted, and this silk represents all of my past with all of its pain and all of its brokenness. And this silk represents all of my future with all of the unknowns, but all of the promises of God. And this silk represents God's ever-seeing eye that was always on me every moment. And that has also always been on you. Since you were conceived, since you were formed and fashioned in your mother's womb, he saw you, and he knew you, and he knows every detail. Because maybe there's something that you've been through that nobody saw, and nobody heard, and nobody knows. Maybe you were that one filled with insecurity, looking for approval everywhere. And he wants to release healing and truth to you tonight, that he is the lover of your soul, that all of you is beautiful to him, the good and the bad. He just sees beautiful. And all the pain, he knows, he saw, he heard.
You have been, and you will be. You have seen, and you will see. You know